Loubriel, as we have our second day of fixtures here in the Concacaf Caribbean Club Shield. Welcome one and all to the broadcast. My name is Mark Schoenster. It's a wonderful day in Bayamón. Should be a great matchup between Bayamón FC and Southeast FC. Here we look at the pitch conditions as they stand 82 degrees. Bit of a wind here today. You can see it on the corner flags as they whip around 15 miles per hour. And I gotta get to a point where that could affect the ball that's going high in the air as we look at the standings in Group A. This is the second day of matches for this group. Of course, the draw, an exciting 3-3 matchup on Friday. Now Southeast looking to get in on the action, their first ever appearance in the Cup, and they will look to be the first team to get the win today. Meanwhile, Bayamón in their second fixture are trying to, after coming back 3 different times, find a lead in this one and hold on top to get 3 points and put themselves in a good spot as they conclude their campaign in the group stage. As we go through our processions here, we'll take a look at, first off, the starting lineups for the hosting club, Bayamón FC. Look like they're going to be running a 3-4-3 today. Ryan Lopez, number 12, had a brace in the first matchup on Friday, so that'll be a guy to look out for in the middle of the pitch to see if he can continue his goal-scoring success here in a second game. Side managed by Coach Ferreras. We'll see how they do now that they have one game under their belt. They're donning those nice yellow and blue horizontal striped kits, as you can see there. As we look at our officiating crew today, our head official, Randy Encarnacion. So we've got the Puerto Rican club hosting, but the Dominican side have the Dominican head official from Dominica. Look at our two captains. On one hand, you got Carlos Rosario, and on this side, Jocelyn Prince, as we now get a look at Southeast FC's first ever lineup in the Caribbean Club Shield. This is their first ever appearance in the series, so our first chance to look at these guys on the pitch and their first starting lineup. Manager Charles Gavascar look to make it 1-0 in their first ever matchup in this competition, but it'll be tough going on the road at the hosting club. As both teams take to the huddle, the visitors donning some orange kits. Once again, my name is Mark Schoenster, excited to be on this call with you today. With a draw starting off this group action on Friday, it is still anybody's game. But a victory for Bayamón would put them in a really good spot. And then it would leave just some interesting tiebreakers in that final matchup between Southeast and Junior Stars, who will play later in the tournament. Wait, the whistle from our head official. And hold, here we go. We are underway between Southeast FC and Bayamón FC. Should be a fun one here today. Bayamón hailing out of Puerto Rico. Southeast FC, on the other hand, hailing from Dominica. And in Group A action, just 3 teams in the group. Only 3 matchups. And with the first being a draw, it is anyone's game to start things off here. Here's the threading ball through for Hernandez. Plays it towards the goal. It's a good save. Challenger able to handle it. A shot from Kevin Hernandez. Dante Challenger was up for the task. See some possession for the first time from Southeast FC. Quick chance to kick things off for the hosts. They've won it back right here. Haro tries to play it out wide to Ortega. They don't have the connection what they were looking for. That ball looking to switch things up. Instead, gives it to the visitors. The through ball there not being looked for by the striker. Here come Bayamón once again. Bouncing ball inside the 18. Ortega, good step, still going. May have looked like it deflected off a hand, but it's booted away, no foul called. Now a foul drawn. And some chippiness here to start things off. Already two good chances for Bayamón, and they haven't been able to capitalize off of them. There's the after whistle extracurriculars. Tangle up between Prince, looked like Ryan Lopez. Bayamón once again. The fans chanting in support inside the penalty box. And that pass towards the center only finds an orange brick wall. Start things off. Bayamón clearly on the front foot. Chipped ball up ahead that will ultimately be a fruitless effort. Pop to the left side, looking to bring it down. Finding a lot of space on the left-hand side. That's Agustin Ortega. He's already had one chance go his way. And another foul here. Look to quickly retake it at least. But slow to get up is Jocelyn Prince. Here's another look at it. Just a careless challenge. Catching limb there as opposed to making contact with solely the ball. Misinformed pass gives the ball right back to Bayamón off the set piece. Here they come. Shot from distance. That'll sell short of its target. Way off the mark, hovering above the crossbar and out. Just the pop, lock, and fire. Adrian Oviedo, the one who gave it a look. I mentioned that opening game on Friday, a 3-3 result with Junior Stars and Bayamón FC. Exciting way to get things going here as far as the Group A action is concerned. Junior Stars, of course, coming from St. Martin. It was a right-footed strike in the 9th minute that gave Junior Stars a 1-0 lead. Ortega, though, was able to bring it back just 8 minutes later. And then a long-range shot 7 minutes later made it 2-1 in favor of Junior Stars. And then just 3 minutes later, Bayamón FC scored again to make it 2-2 in the first 24 or 27 minutes. But then 2 minutes later, Junior Star scored. That ball pops all the way over to the arms of Dante Challenger. So it was a 3-2 scoreline in the first third of the game, just 29 minutes in. And as both teams are able to calm things down, get things a little more in control. Obviously, you like that your offense is scoring, but when you're allowing as many opportunities that create such an open game in the first 30 minutes, you want to lock some things down. And luckily, Ryan Lopez was able to score in the 65th minute. We're going to get our first corner kick here. And scoring in that game, just one in the second half after 5 goals in the first 3 minutes, just one for the rest of the game to make it a 3-3 draw. Ball serving inside, and the flag will go up. The assistant official keeping the goal scoring opportunity from counting and going through. So we'll stay scoreless. It was in the 9th minute in that previous game that the goal scoring started, and we almost had it here once again. Southeast now looking to hold possession a little bit here. They've just been bracing the pressure to start off this game. That one will ping out of play, and here's a look at what Bayamón were able to conjure up on this set piece. But at that point, several players sitting over the line. Here's Ortega. Ball deflects in. We'll just see if that grazed off of Phillip, and it did. It'll be another corner kick for Bayamón. Hernandez once again pushing forward. Justin Ortega will be the one to try to service up a nice ball, unless they look to pull something on the training ground once again. They've got 2 players over there. Gotta get Devon George to give the appropriate space for the set piece. That one, not sure if that was intended to be a cross or a shot, but either way, way too much juice on it. Ryan Lopez couldn't get his boot around it the way he would have liked. It's an interesting group, Group A. We got Bayamón, Southeast, and Junior Stars all in their first ever Concacaf Caribbean Club Shield appearance. They were supposed to be joined by Platinum, but they had to step away at the last moment, making it another 3-team group. So this is Southeast's first ever Caribbean Club Shield game. It's just the second for the hosting Bayamón side. Ball gets lofted in, still in the penalty area, going towards goal, great save. Point blank reaction. And Dante Challenger able to fall on top of it. Kevin Hernandez is gonna wish he put a little more force behind that ball. Of course, there was a moment's notice, but he had it fall to his feet. Here's a look at it again. Bounces down. And he just can't get more heat behind it. But either way, Dante Challenger able to take to the ground very quickly. Keep this one at a 0-0 scoreline. Hefty challenge there, takes Ortega to the ground. That's well done by Troy Lewis. That's going to be a handball. Easy call for the official. So another set-piece chance for Bayamón. Their throw-ins, their corner kicks, their free kicks have all looked deadly to start things off here. They go for the traditional route here, headed towards goal! And it goes over the crossbar. Another good chance. And it's Kevin Hernandez once again. Got the connection. Actually, it was Daniel Almazan, the one who connected with the header. Couldn't quite get over top the ball just enough. Good form, but not on target. Lob back into play! And once again, saved by Challenger. Look at this excellent volley from Ortega to tee it right back up. With the header right at the boot of Dante Challenger. And so he has to make sure that it doesn't slip by. All the way down the pitch. And here come the home side once again. Oh, look at that. Bit of a Cruyff pass. Still going forward. Back to him off the crossbar. Nino had everything but the goal there. The build-up there was fantastic. And it came to his feet in a prime spot. And now here comes Southeast. Looking to find a response. And that one sent into orbit. But look at this. Perfect layoff pass. And Christian Nino. Oh, man. That was a good hunk of meat, and he just put a little too much on it. And after setting him up nicely with the beautiful pass up the pitch, now Hernandez. And it's a good sliding effort to prevent it from going towards goal. It'll be another corner kick. Justin Ortega be the one to take this. They've been prodding, they've been trying. Can they break through? It sputters down, and it's cleared away. They've got a player down. It's gonna be another corner kick. Clearance provided by Javid George. So another take for Bayamón. Looks like they're gonna go On the short inlet to start here. Coming inside and easy handling for Southeast FC. Prince now gets knocked over, drawing the foul. Jocelyn Prince writhing in some pain here, and we're gonna get our first booking of the day. Alex Chaparro will collect the first yellow card. Here's the challenge. And it's that last bit of the buck into Prince that did him in. You can bump into each other, but when you lower that shoulder and lift up, trying to take them off their boots, that's when you get yourself into some trouble. So Prince is back up. Wait for the club hailing from Dominica to get things going again, and they'll do it here. That possession is about as long as I can say the word possession, and the same could be said about that spell. Just trading it back and forth. Long ball forward, looking for the cross. It was snuffed on impact. Looking for the cross from Lewis. Lopez able to hang on to it before sending it forward. Ortega with a lot of room to work with. Ortega, and he's not gonna get past Troy Lewis. Although this is both of these clubs' first appearance in the Caribbean Club Shield, they both have experience in these tournaments. Starting with Bayamón, they've competed in 4 different editions of the CFU Club Championship. As Hernandez tries to take the shot, and that was not far off. Just turning and letting it fly. American Kevin Hernandez turning and letting it rip. Not far off. Down the pitch to Prince. He slips up, kicks up some of the tufts of grass. Southeast looking there for their first chance on goal. Lewis can't keep it in play. For Bayamón, they played in different editions of the CFU Club Championship in 2010, 2012, 2013, 2014. They reached the final round in 2014, which qualified them for the Concacaf Champions League. They're just the second Puerto Rican club to achieve that. So success is in its history. And they have ambitions of coming away with the title in the Club Shield. And they've certainly been on the front foot today. Ortega will play it out left to Lopez. I tell you what, they have had zero luck trying Troy Lewis today. Actually, that time, it was Phillip. And a pass from behind is plucked away, and now they can catch them while they're open. Southeast FC For something promising here. They're pushing further and further down the pitch with a good possession, but they still need to start sending in crosses or finding passes closer to goal and really get Joel Serrano, the goalkeeper, a little worried. This is a good chance. A lot of Bayamón players around. And that's a good spot for a free kick. Once again, our head official, Randy Encarnacion. The fact that Lockhart was able to escape that. And the foul drawn by Javid George. In order to keep this little spell alive for Southeast FC, and now they get a set piece where you could, in theory, if you've got a good shooter, take a shot, or you could tee in a good crossing ball. Their first set piece chance of the day. That one went up and never came back down. Southeast FC, once again, going to make the throw, trying to ease their way into it. It's worth noting, Bayamón did get to play a game already. Southeast, this is their first competitive match in this competition. So they got to get their feet underneath them, get acclimated to everything, to the level of play. Maybe as this game progresses, they're starting to get the feel for it. And needless to say, at this point in Bayamón's first game, it was a 2-2 scoreline with 2 more goals still to go in the next 5 minutes. So maybe they need to get used to the way this game's playing out as well, because it's not the chaos that reigned supreme in the first 30 minutes of that game. Ball sputtering into the 18. And the collision is going to earn the foul. It'll actually be in favor of the defending side here. Here's a look at it again. Lewis, nice ball forward, and a great touch. George crosses into the middle, headed upward. Southeast started to ask the right questions now, and they've won the ball back. And a little bit too aggressive there from Sidney Lockhart. Here's a look at the chance earlier. Actually, no, it's the challenge that just took place. The initial contact was fine. It was that next swing of the right foot that did him in. Southeast also have a history of competing in Caribbean tournaments. They played in the 2007 CFU Club Championship. So although their debuts in the Concacaf Caribbean Club Shield, both these clubs not unfamiliar to the competition. Lopez. This one rolls out towards Ortega, but Southeast FC able to provide the clearance. Goran George will go down. This was a game that, starting off, looked like it was going to be a barrage from Bayamón. But as Southeast FC have gotten into the swing of things in this game, it's gotten a lot more interesting. We've got another free kick. So from one free kick to another. And I think that the visitors will take that progression down the pitch. From their own half to prime set piece spot. Just a little push on the back of George. He's still making his way back up onto his feet. So Sidney Lockhart all by himself. Got a good left foot. You could curl it in around the left side of that player wall provided. Or you can service up a nice ball to your line of teammates lining up around the penalty area. We'll see what Lockhart opts to do. Curls it in, and it's headed away nicely. Didn't have to keep it in play there, but they did so, and ultimately came out. It'll be a Southeast FC throw. The Bayamón players were making their way up the pitch, and now they have to retreat back and defend home base. Here's a launch throw. Not a convincing heading clearance. This one played sputtering around. Lewis with some space. Squares to the top, and it's deflected away. It found its way to Troy Lewis, and then Sidney Lockhart engaged on the ball and couldn't put it on target. Here come Bayamón. Really slowed down as this game has progressed. And at this moment, we're in a bit of a zone where it's either team's momentum to take. I'd say it's favoring them, the side of the visitors, though. They weren't able to create any chances thus far that looked anything like some of the opportunities that Bayamón had earlier. Here's Ortega. He was able to facilitate some of those great chances earlier in the game. And they're going to get a throw deep in enemy territory. Espinoza will be the one to toss this one into play, and he's looking to wind up. Headed down, follow-up through, and Bayamón a breakthrough and find that first goal. An excellent header serves up an easy finish. And the home side have taken the lead. Here's the throw from Espinoza. That one covered some ground. And it's headed down, and Kevin Hernandez gets goal number 1 of the day. It's a fantastic throw. And that header sets it up perfectly. It was Adrian Oviedo, the one who got the header and brought it down. And then all Kevin Hernandez had to do was make sure he didn't fire it straight at Dante Challenger. And after withstanding some questions and some attacks from Southeast FC. Bayamón able to make something happen on the offensive end. And here they come again, have the floodgates opened. That ball's a flex out for a corner kick. Sometimes it just takes that first goal and then the confidence starts clicking from your strikers. Because they've had the moments, they just didn't have the last clinical touch from some of these players up top. But now that you've scored one, suddenly it's so much easier. Ball swinging inside. It's not cleared effectively, but it just falls to Sidney Lockhart. He'll knock it up the pitch, but it'll be given right back to the leading side. So this tournament will kick off, of course. They're kicked off on Friday. And it's 4 groups, including Group A here, groups of 3. And it's a round robin from the 15th to the 19th, so one more day of games coming 2 days from now. We're gonna get a free kick for Bayamón here. The winner from each group will move on to the semifinals, which will be played on April 22nd, with the final and the third match game being played on April 24th. Let's see if Bayamón can pad their lead here. This is a good set piece spot. It's Ortega and Villafañe on the ball. Villafañe tries to arc that one over and down. Got the ups, but not enough down. So look at it again. Had some sink to it, but not enough from the tight range he was shooting from. Tough collision. Draws the immediate shout of pain. Looks like some sincere remorse on that challenge. No malicious intent there, just going towards the ball and clipping the player as well. Mentioned the format for this tournament. The winner of the 2022 Caribbean Club Shield will have the opportunity to play against the 4th place team in the 2022 Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship, which takes place in May. And it'll be a playoff match to determine the final Caribbean spot in the 2022 Concacaf League, which is a tremendous honor. If you can go up the rungs of this ladder, can play in bigger and bigger competitions against bigger and bigger clubs. And in theory, should you perform at an amazing level, you could find yourself in that CONCACAF Champions League. We've reached the final for this season. This is the final between Pumas and the Seattle Sounders, which will occur in late April and early May. If you can string together some great victories, you could play against a club as big as either of those two. That's the dream, and that's the beauty of the beautiful game, is its interconnectedness. So a 1-0 difference in this one. A great throw from Espinoza. Oviedo heads it down, and Hernandez puts it away. Lopez plays it up top. Hernandez, the goal scorer, gives it away. Now Southeast. They're gonna dash down the pitch and find a response. They were looking good for a good stretch there, then they conceded the goal. And they haven't taken a trip back into the attacking third till now. George, still contesting. It's 2-on-1 in this corner. And eventually, a throw-in is won by the leading side, Bayamón. It's won back by Alex Chaparro. Lopez makes his way up the pitch, a lot of room. He was looking for the threading pass. And after some deflections, it makes his way back to him. Botched exchange there. That couldn't have felt good. That's a good touch. Light on their feet, Southeast. They're able to draw these set pieces, inviting these Bayamón players to come thudding in. Now they've got to make do with them. Got to make something of these dead ball opportunities. Comes the floating ball in, and it's easy pickings for Joel Serrano. The offside flag will keep this from going any further. Well, maybe the debut this competition for both these clubs in the Caribbean Club Shield. So we get a look at the flag once again. It's a little too far ahead of the line. It's also the last time we'll have this competition, the Concacaf Caribbean Club Shield. The expansion of the Concacaf Champions League starting from the 2023-24 edition. This 22 edition of the Caribbean Club Shield will be the last one. They're gonna replace it with a regional cup tournament, the Caribbean Cup. And will be expanded upon. Lopez chips it up to the left side to Ortega. Ortega's cross, hovering inside, suffers a bounce. The follow-up shot is off the target. The look from Nino. Unable to put it on frame. like when a cross like that is able to bounce inside the penalty area, especially right around the penalty marker. That means any player can dash in and get a good touch on the ball, and it's tough for the keeper to react with it being so close to goal. Here's the ball in, header goes on target, but he's bodied down. And there's a penalty that will be awarded. A too hefty challenge. Ortega was looking to go towards the ball, and he gets crunched on that effort. Here's a look from the cross. And they're gonna call that on Javid George. I don't know. Ortega is the one coming towards George. Now George, of course, both are looking to play the ball there, but it ends up being called. So Carlos Rosario, the captain, will get the chance to make this 2-0. Rosario with the chance to give Bayamón the 2-goal lead. Now wait for the officials' orders. He's clear to go. And no doubt about it, Carlos Rosario puts Bayamón up 2-0. And a dancing celebration in front of the home crowd. Now they're in a good spot going into the half. Easy pickings for the captain. He picked the corner, and it was not the same one that Challenger dove. So as long as you are on the mark with the take, then you're in a good spot. So now Bayamón have the 2-goal lead. Southeast are going to have to start providing more threat if they're going to get back into this game. So we're just going to get 1 minute of stoppage time, so we won't take our time here. Time is ticking away. See there. Another yellow card on Bayamón. This time it's Joseph Villafañe. That one will go all the way to Serrano. And there is your halftime whistle. So after about 20+ minutes of trying to make something happen, Bayamón are able to break through after a spurt from Southeast FC, and then the late half penalty gives them the 2-goal lead going into the break. we take a look at the highlights from the first half of Bayamón FC versus Southeast FC. The Puerto Rican side looking to make it happen against Dominica. And as we see here, the first few chances from this game. Couple of looks. This one got called off for the offside flag. As we get the second angle, you could see the assistant official. And they continue to ask questions. Kevin Hernandez had the chance to take the lead here. Great save by Challenger. But ultimately, Kevin Hernandez will wish he was able to pack more of a punch on that one as we get the wide angle. So close to goal. Was able to put it on frame, but it wasn't enough for Challenger to overcome. And they continue to come and continue to attack. And more chances came closer and closer for Bayamón. We see here the header that sailed just over. And here's another chance. The header that went straight down to Challenger. Bayamón, they were applying the attack, and it was coming at a heavy rate. This one, the best chance up until the goals that were scored. You can see here just ripping off the crossbar. The shot from Nino was just no good. And then we started getting some bookings. Chaparro going into the books. The first yellow card of the day. And then the attacks kept on coming. Hernandez letting another shot fly. And then finally, they broke through. The header brought down, and Hernandez was able to get it done on this occasion to give Bayamón the 1-0 lead. Just skating it across the face of goal, tucking it home, and drawing the cheering and support of the home fans. And a victorious goal that was. And then before the half, a penalty was drawn, and the captain, Rosario, was able to tuck it home, leaving no doubt going into the locker room. A deserved 2-0 lead for Bayamón. As you saw, all the highlights were on that half of the pitch. They were just dominant in the first 45. And we're back here at the Estadio Juan Ramón Loubriel for the second half of this matchup between Bayamón FC and Southeast FC. So we've got one substitution for Bayamón. Oviedo is going to make his way out of the game, and coming in his stead is Jordi Ranera. That is the only substitution that we've got. Wait for our head official, Randy Encarnacion, to get things going here. We've got to receive the word. The clear to go. And we are underway here. Once again, the second half. Can Southeast FC find a way to come back into this game? Will Bayamón notch on some more goals? Or last, of course, and not least, will this game end as the result it stands? Again, there are three groups here in the Caribbean Club Shield. The winner of each group moves on, and I failed to mention in the first half that one wild card team will also get the chance to make it to the semifinal. Now the issue, as that ball serves through, a heavy touch still in play. And it looked like it came off a hand, but no call. Bayamón once again on the attack. And that challenge will be taken down, and it'll be a home side free kick. There will be that one wild card team. Worth noting, though, that should Southeast lose this game, they'll be hard-pressed to claim that wild card spot, as this one comes down wide open. Three players were there, and that ball was practically escorted in by Bayamón. Three different guys could have taken it. The visitors indignant that there wasn't an offside flag. We'll have to look and see if they have a case. Or was the timing just right? We're not able to get an eye, but the assistant official's there. Flag didn't go up. And it is a 3-0 game. And the substitute just coming into the game, the one scoring the goal. Ranera notching it home. There are three players there. Any one of them could have been the guy to tap that one into the net. Just a mismanaged set piece from Southeast FC. I won't know if there was a missed call, but it seemed like benefit of the doubt could be given there to the officials. As you would think in such a glaring moment that it would be obvious to throw up the flag, but perhaps the timing was just right. The execution wasn't there for Southeast, and boom. 3-0 up now. So as I was saying, technically Southeast could still make it in. Even if they lose this game, if they win the next one, but they would have to do really well in the goal differential category and hope that any team that currently is sitting on 3 points either wins their group or doesn't get any more points in the process. And there is one group with 4 teams, so my thought would be that the best non-group winner, the wildcard team, would come from that group because they get the benefit of having that extra game. And that's just the advantage at their disposal with some of these teams withdrawing. There's a whiffed opportunity. Coming forward is Nino. Plays it across the face. A goal! And it's a fantastic finish from Hernandez. And he's now got a brace. A 4-0 scoreline in favor of Bayamón FC. Look at that ball, just ahead of the racing back line and right on the spot for Kevin Hernandez to put home. And it is nothing but positive enthusiasm on the Bayamón side of things, as the seams are really starting to crack here for Southeast. They held on tight for so long. Now things are starting to keel southward. Can they find a response here? George squares it across the top. The response is not going to be there. A deflection, though, is suffered. It'll be a corner kick. Oh, that was a prime moment. Could have grabbed one right back. Oh, there might have been a case there for a handball. But the call wasn't made. Southeast will have to try and score off the set piece. Crossing ball comes in. It's headed away with ease. And Renera gets tripped up. Mentioned the weather at the beginning of the broadcast. It's 80 degrees now as it stands. The wind speed in Bayamón has calmed down a little bit. It's now at around 6 miles per hour to what was 15 at the beginning of the day. On the home side, oozing confidence as they move the ball around. Physicality displayed there, though, by Devorn George. And we're going to get our first substitution for Southeast. Coming out of the game is Troy Lewis. And coming in his place is Cohen Lockhart. So Lewis steps out. Lockhart makes his way in. One midfielder for another. And that was a high-arcing ball. Renera already has one goal. And here comes the cross. And it has to get punched over the crossbar. Maybe a moment of panic there for Dante Challenger. Was maybe thinking to catch it, but wasn't going to come down with it nicely. And then when opting to punch it, thought, oh, well, I got to make sure I don't punch it into my own goal. So just get it over that crossbar and make sure that all the danger is avoided for now. But it will be a corner kick for Bayamón. Ball swinging inside, nodded away. And the clearance will roll down the pitch for the leaders to recollect. free kick for the visitors. They kept it close and competitive for about the first 30 minutes. But then everything started to go awry for Southeast. They weathered the storm for the longest amount of time, started to feel their way into the game, and then Bayamón said, no more of this. Oh no, swifts by 2 players. Ranera still has a chance to take a ball at it. Take a ball at goal. And the mistakes are starting to pile on for Southeast, and Bayamón, the gracious receivers of those moments and lapses. Now Southeast. George tried the shot. Able to bring it down quickly, but then a sturdy tackle, winning the ball back for the home side. And a player down will warrant the training staff to get on the pitch. Looks like that's Augustin Ortega. Or check that. Ray Phillip was the one who brought that deflection down. And we'll get a confirmation on who's the one on the grass in a moment here. So it came off the deflection of the ball. Looks like that was Villafania then. Villafania. Ball must have stung the hand incorrectly. Not sure what occurred there. And up the pitch it'll go. Nera plays it to Hernandez, who pops it over the left side to Ortega. Can he keep it in play? He does not. So 7 goals in this competition for Bayamón. The 3-3 goal line on Friday against Junior Stars FC. A goal from Ortega and a brace from Lopez in that game. And then you've got a goal from Rosario, Ranera, and a brace from Hernandez today. And although Southeast won't like it, it is in the best interest of Bayamón to continue to try and score. Given the fact they drew to Junior Stars, they get to set the standard for what Junior Stars FC have to reach in 2 days from now when they play this same Southeast side. Because both teams at 1 point right now. Bayamón look to be well on their way to 4. Which will challenge Junior Stars in that final game to reach 4 points, not only to tie them in the table points, which they need to do, but then in order to pass them in goal differential, which they have an equal amount right now since they drew. But the larger goal differential Bayamón can get in this game, the harder a task it will be for Junior Stars come Tuesday to surpass that mark against this same team. That's potentially be the difference maker. Trying to bring it down there. Bayamón will once again go on the prowl. Good ball from Nino. Ranera is able to earn a corner kick for the leading side. Nino Sends this one inside. There's nobody there for it. Collected on the receiving end, though. Hernandez looking for the hat trick. Great save. Oviedo trying to follow up. Back to Nino. That was not a comfortable collision. Ball going straight to the face of that Southeast player. Now on the other end is George. DeBorn George. Won't get past that first man. Well handled by Espinoza. Here's the chance a moment ago. Hernandez took the shot. Challenger made the save. That one will sputter out for a goal kick. Once again, we're at the venue, Estadio Juan Ramón Loubriel, best known as the former home for the Puerto Rico Islanders. We're going to get another substitution. So Nino's day is over. Coming in his stead is Samuel Soto. Seems like we got some Sam Soto fans in the stands here today at Juan Ramón Loubriel Stadium. This is the current home of Bayamón FC. Can hold up to 12,500 people. There's a cross inside. Nothing to come of it. So we'll come all the way back. The stadium was built back in 1973. Another chance for Bayamón. Lopez across the middle, and all that shot goes straight down the gut into the hands of Challenger. The player slow to get up on the southeast side of things. We'll get that whistle. Don't have a view of the collision, but here's the chance again. Good build up. Finish left something to be desired. And it seems like a bad step or something just did not feel right. Iconic George, one who went down. Home side once again on the prowl. Here comes Southeast. Not a good ball to that corner. Still trying to get tracked down by George. Born George, that is. Hernandez taps it forward. Goal scorer interchange there between Hernandez and Renera. Sends that ball inside. Nobody's there for it. Lopez comes down with the ball. Trying to pull off the old runaround, but unsuccessful. We're here in Bayamón, Puerto Rico, suburb of San Juan. Bayamón Central Park is a nice area if you choose to visit the area. Also got the Loubriel Theater, the Francisco Aller Museum, along with other things. Or choose to take it to Puerto Rico and Bayamón in particular. For you to do. And I would have liked, no, they're going to put that prop, maybe throw a goal difference. Side. Philip. Push from behind. To develop.
Makes sense.
Crossing and out of here. As he plays it back there, looking at pressing us. Dez. The winner of the Caribbean Club Shield get the chance to play the fourth place team in the 2022 Concacaf Caribbean Club Championship for a chance to compete in the 2022 Concacaf League. Certainly something at stake.
Come on, loosen up, open up, man, open up, man. Game, remember the goal in the game.
And Lopez able to play. Rosario. Towards goal. On a second time, bring it down. Time to hand. Too much time. Too much room to think. Good touch. Going forward. And it breaks on the skate. Drug defender packing. Challenge on it. Couldn't push it away. Much more forward. Fly up here. They win it. Vera. In the division lead. Having won and then fact league shy and all on two. By this the fine. Side. Maybe it's there. Historical pass substitute. First coming. Should back in up. Didn't resolve. Is it over? Arrow. Play that. One. Right. One. Second. They won the CF. Lockhart the one. Able to score goal against Club America. Big leg and six. Definitely two. So we got a Bards goal. The Acro. He's got his Acro. Okay. Challenge on his strong performance today from Bayamón. Wow. Six. Performance in front of the home. of the out. 40 Renier, Spaniard, sub. A goal, and then got there. He has right hand. Got Dante. So to win Caribbean Club month, of course, can't to COVID. First, it's and so sorry not. On piece all the way. Up to run. Going and nearly take a shot at spot. Very easily. Through to ball and still touch. Not cup was able to take that ball. Inside. Up. Continue to put a whistle. 3 goals. Cert to advance. They just control game, and they'll have to now have to at least 6 goals and win 6. If they score in a 6-0 scoreline, then you're going to get into some real funky tiebreakers. Raniero up, still going forward. He shrugged off the ball and it's cleared away. Here's a cross, and it's not going to do. Maybe a case of back to the drawing board for Southeast FC before they have that game against Junior Stars on Tuesday. Figure out what they can adjust, what they can tweak to put on a better product on the pitch in their second matchup. Rivera hops it up. Raniero now takes it down, and the shot is saved. No hat trick for Raniero. Was able to bring that one down delicately, but his shot is able to get pawed away by Dante Challenger. Ortega's not going to get to that one. Another push from Bayamón here. Time is ticking down. Rosario squares it across the middle, the touch. It's not good enough. Rivera was there for it, but he couldn't get the connection he would have liked. Captain with the ball, and just couldn't get off the boot in the right form for Jorge Rivera. It'll be gas until the final whistle for Bayamón FC. They're gonna win a free kick here. Another chance to add to that ever so valuable plus-minus category in the tiebreaker. Just swiping in behind. Raniero goes down. It'll be Ortega. His ball comes in. Headed towards the middle. Oh, the save from point-blank range. Now here comes Southeast FC down the other way. Looking for a last-minute gasp of pride. It's going to be a free kick for Bayamón. And we're only going to get 1 minute of added time. So just combined 2 minutes of stoppage time from our two halves. Our head official, Randy Encarnacion, not going to let this one roll on longer than it needs to. So this may be the last chance that Bayamón gets to add on to the score sheet. There's the clearance. And there is the whistle. A 6-0 victory for Bayamón. And for them, all they could do now is sit at home and watch as Junior Stars will play Southeast on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the visitors will look to bounce back in their second matchup, coming also, of course, on Tuesday against Junior Stars. Here are the highlights from the matchup between Bayamón FC and Southeast FC. The second Group A matchup. It's a pool with 3 teams. Junior Stars will be the ones watching from home. And as the second half got underway, the goal from Ranera got it started. They were up 2-0 coming into the second half, and Ranera made it 3. The substitute coming in and making an immediate impact. Jordi Ranera, the Spaniard, and then it kept coming on for Bayamón. Another goal here, teed up nicely and finished by Kevin Hernandez, collecting a brace on the day. It was truly an emphatic performance in the second 45 for Bayamón. They dictated the pace the entire half, and really, I didn't think there was a way for them to look even better than they did in the first 45, but they pulled that off. You can see here, great save. We're asking questions of Challenger the entire second half, continually testing him, and it resulted in chance after chance after chance. Also went for a hat trick for Kevin Hernandez, couldn't come up with it, but they would have another chance right after that. Drawing some more changes or saves from Challenger. Ranera was looking to collect a brace on that occasion. He would end up getting one. We'll see that later in these highlights. It was one worthy of a highlight reel for Ranera. Had a couple bookings. 1 or 2 other chances on the end for Southeast FC, but don't get it twisted. Bayamón were on the front foot. They would notch another goal in there. Ryan Lopez coming in. It was too much for Challenger to handle on that occasion. He got his hands on it, but not enough behind it to stop the momentum of the ball. And then this. That's the highlight clip right there. That's the one that you put on movie trailers. Ranera going acrobatic, getting the brace, and knocking it home. And that would make it a 6-0 victory for Bayamón FC, giving them a 6-point goal differential, hoping that that'll be enough to push them on to the next round of the Club Shield.